Hello everyone, we're thrilled to bring you another episode from Human Mechanics. Today we're delving into a complex and deeply emotional aspect of relationships that often gets mistaken for love: attachment trauma. Attachment trauma occurs when early experiences of inconsistent, neglectful, or abusive caregiving disrupt a child's sense of safety and emotional stability. These early wounds can carry over into adulthood, leading to difficulties in forming healthy bonds and a tendency to repeat toxic patterns in relationships. It can be hard to distinguish between genuine affection and unhealthy patterns when we're drawn to someone not because of who they are, but because they trigger old emotional wounds. The goal of this video is to help you recognize and break free from toxic relationship patterns rooted in attachment trauma. So here are a few psychology-backed signs that what you're feeling might actually be attachment trauma, not love. You feel incomplete without them. Do you ever feel lost, unworthy, or empty without your partner? Do you have a hard time defining your sense of self outside of your relationship? This is usually a result of attachment wounds, where you never fully formed a stable sense of self because you didn't get the emotional support you needed growing up. Love can make someone an important part of your life, but it shouldn't leave you feeling like you can't function without them. Healthy relationships encourage individuality and growth, while attachment trauma ties your identity to someone else. You have an intense fear of abandonment. Do you find yourself constantly worrying your partner will leave you? If every disagreement leaves you convinced the relationship is over, that's attachment trauma at play, not love. Attachment trauma often starts in childhood, especially when we don't receive consistent care or support. As adults, this can manifest as a deep fear of abandonment in relationships. So if the mere thought of your partner needing time apart makes you anxious, or you fear they'll leave you for good, this might indicate an unresolved wound rather than a healthy emotional connection. Love should feel secure, where arguments don't automatically spell the end, and distance doesn't mean a lack of love. You struggle with setting boundaries. Another telltale sign of attachment trauma is if you often take on the role of rescuer in your relationship. This is most likely because as a child you had to earn love by being good or taking care of others. But love is about compromise and mutual growth, not self-abandonment. True love isn't fragile or conditional as you've been made to believe. You might let things slide that you're uncomfortable with, or say yes when you want to say no. Attachment trauma tells you that setting boundaries will push people away. Genuine love respects boundaries and understands that no is a healthy part of any relationship. You mistake anxiety for passion. The butterflies in your stomach might be fun at first, but if they never go away, you might be confusing anxiety with love. In healthy relationships, excitement gradually shifts to a calm, steady affection, a sense of safety and peace rather than a roller coaster of emotions. But if you're constantly on edge, overanalyzing every message or replaying every interaction, that's attachment trauma. You feel responsible for their emotions. Do you feel like it's your job to keep your partner happy all the time? If your partner is upset, do you blame yourself? This can be a sign of attachment trauma, particularly if you were raised in an environment where emotions were unpredictable and you learned to manage others' feelings to keep the peace. In healthy love, you support each other, but you're not solely responsible for your partner's happiness. Love allows space for both people to experience their own emotions independently without constant intervention. You think about them obsessively. Love can definitely make someone pop into your mind now and then, but there's a difference between that and constantly obsessing over them. Attachment trauma can cause intrusive thoughts about your partner, where they are, who they're with, and if they're thinking about you. These obsessive thoughts often stem from early experiences of inconsistency or neglect, making it feel as though you need to stay on guard to avoid losing love again. But true love is built on trust, while attachment trauma keeps you in a loop of insecurity and control. You need constant reassurance. If you find yourself constantly needing your partner to prove they love you, this could be a sign of attachment trauma. You might ask for repeated affirmations, become anxious if they don't reply quickly, or interpret silence as rejection. This fear often comes from attachment wounds that leave you unable to believe that someone truly cares without constant proof. Healthy love provides reassurance, but it isn't demanding or rooted in fear. It fosters trust over time, while attachment trauma creates a sense of urgency and desperation for security. Understanding the difference between genuine love and attachment trauma can help us build healthier relationships, not just with others, but with ourselves. If you find yourself relating to these signs, know that you deserve a love that feels safe, a love where you're accepted just as you are. Did this video emotionally resonate with you? Comment your insights down below, and if you found this video helpful, please like, share and subscribe to our channel. We also have videos on 8 signs it's a trauma bond, not love, and 6 signs you're overly attached to someone. Thanks for watching.